Well done, Sharon. I think, folks, we've had a decent wee meeting. I hope you've heard some things tonight that have helped you either convince you to vote yes or reinvigorated your commitment to go into the house, to go into the workplace, to go into your community, and to convince one other person to vote yes. Somebody said to me there, Tommy, what about other people on the so-called left of politics who aren't supporting independence? I've got to say, I'm very, very disappointed. Very disappointed by those who, like me, have fought for many, many years, for instance, for the defence and independence of Cuba, the defence and independence of Venezuela. People like myself, who, if we had had an independent Scotland in the last couple of months, I would have hoped that independent Scotland would have been one of the first countries in the world to expel the Israeli ambassador and boycott Israel and what they've done to the people of Palestine. Brothers and sisters, I think we have to say to those on the left, particularly those based in England, we're not abandoning the English working class. We're leading the English working class. We're leading them. Because when we implement investment in health and education, when we get rid of nuclear weapons, when we have a living wage instead of a poverty minimum wage, when we take back the mail service, we will be showing in concrete terms what's possible. We will give an example to the English working class to rediscover the radical roots that they have, because they've been disenfranchised for decades now, because the Labour Party's abandoned them as well. So we're not abandoning the English working class, we're leading them, brothers and sisters. People say to me all the time, but how can we get this message across? The mainstream media is so damn biased. The mainstream media distorts the debate. We have to go beyond the mainstream media. We have to go under the mainstream media. We have to go to the Twitter. We have to go to the Facebook. We have to go to the text. We have to go to the YouTube. We have to try and spread the word in its undiluted form. We've been touring the whole of Scotland. We've been promoting a wee pamphlet here that helps us go across the whole of Scotland. I'm going to ask if you can afford £1 tonight. This was a speech I made in Kirkcaldy on the 23rd of January. We turned that speech into a pamphlet because the guy who organised the speech filmed it and put it up on YouTube. It now has almost 150,000 views on YouTube. That's how we get the message across. We ignore the mainstream media and we promote the message in its undiluted form. Brothers and sisters, I would appeal to you to try and get a wee copy. There's people selling them here tonight. Can I finish by saying to you, there is a song that inspires me as I go across the country, and I hope it will inspire you. When you think of all of the powers that be, all of their authority, all of their millions. Well, now it's Sir Paul coming out tonight, you know. Sir Paul Cartney's come out and said, oh, I'm for a no vote. Another millionaire supporting a no vote. We've even got that most formidable of characters. It's very, very hard. But Simon Cowell is also for a no vote. Oh. Brothers and sisters, never mind the Simon Cowells or the Sir Paul McCartneys. It's not about the millionaires, it's about the millions. That's what this is all about. That's what this is all about. I want to leave you with the words of a song that inspires me as I go across the country. Balabi Sifri, something inside so strong. Brothers and sisters, when they insist we're just not good enough, when we know better, just look them in the eyes and say, we're going to do it anyway. Thanks very much, brothers and sisters.
Ladies and gentlemen, just remind you that everyone who works on the Hope Over Fear tour is an unpaid volunteer, including Tommy, his beautiful wife, his lovely daughter, and me, and the sound man, and everybody else. And we fund this tour by selling this pamphlet for £1.